Welcome back to part 2, and hopefully we'll have one or two others join us in this session as well. And this has been a very good training so far. My apologies for the camera over here. Okay, so where are we going to pick up where we left off from just now? And now we're going to learn from another very experienced person, teacher by trade and teacher by nature, and that is Jenny Holliday, who is going to tell us why do we need to do it now and not put off tomorrow. So you can't do it today. How does it go? Something along the lines of, don't do today what you can do tomorrow. We shouldn't do that. We need to do it now. So Jenny, take it away.
Good afternoon, everybody. So Sean, are you hearing me? Because it's a mute story. Right.
Yes.
Do it now versus procrastination. This is a possibility business. So you must do it now. And you have to do what it takes. All achievement comes from a burning desire and consistency. We procrastinate and blame our circumstances. Oh, under the circumstances. Well, John has taught us, you're not under the circumstances, you're above your circumstances. So don't mix up the journey you're going through with the journey you're going to. Yes, of course we blame our circumstances. Poor me, myself, and I. Well, don't procrastinate. I know it's easier said than done. But how easily are you put off your purpose? It starts with your mindset. It starts with between your ears. Don't get put off by the distractors and by your circumstances, because then you procrastinate. Not to procrastinate certainly takes discipline. Are you disciplined in the following areas? Do you have a self-talk? Do you exercise daily? Do you watch what you eat or your diet? Charlie has taught us, don't dig your grave with a knife and fork. Oh, have you procrastinated? Oh, yeah, my dream child, I will get there. Don't procrastinate. Set your goals, short term, medium term, long term. Do you plan your day, your week, your month, or does your day plan you? Set that goal not to procrastinate. Procrastination will destroy your life and your future. Do you plan your time? It's not the hours you put into the business, but what you put in the hours. Have you learned to say no? Don't let your mouth overload your back. And the hamster syndrome. Debbie used to say, Jenny, you like a little hamster. Why did she say that? No, but I'm always busy. There's actually, and don't you do this either, confuse movement with achievement. Are you disciplined to do it now? Discipline gives you self-worth, self-esteem. Procrastination will actually erode your psyche. It actually becomes a disease. If you don't have an attitude of nothing ventured, nothing gained, if you don't venture out that front door, you certainly won't gain anything. If you procrastinate, then you'll have, if only in your life, if only I had joined this business when I was first invited. If you procrastinate, you'll get what if. You don't want to get into that what if zone. What if I had asked Susan into the business? She wouldn't have joined under somebody else. Oh no, this procrastination is not very good, really, because it gives you, I should have, I would have, I could have. I could have been a director by now. So now, to get positive, a few tips of to do it now. I call them the P's. I've spoken about this before. The first P is perseverance. Perseverance certainly wins the crown. Don't give up. Quitters never win. Winners never quit. Don't you dare give up on your dream. Don't procrastinate in taking that next step. The next P is process. Learning is a process. How do we learn? How, John was talking about self-development. How do we actually change our mindset and grow as people? Because you will grow your business. If you grow in the business, self-development, your business will grow. So how do we actually do the self-development thing? Of course, John mentioned it. We listen to podcasts, we listen to tapes, we attend meetings, we mix with positive people. The next P is preparation. And Ina Jordan actually always said, proper preparation prevents poor performance. So now, how do we prepare? Always be ready, wherever you are, to present the plan. Do you have Super 10, LDC, whatever it takes to do a DEM in your home? They're ready in your boot. Charlie always carries the products and a demonstration board in his boot. People, Sean said, and John mentioned, the backbone of this business is people. We are really, really, we owe it to people to empower them, to give them a better future, better health, better wealth. People are very, very important. Are you teaching your people in your team, your downlines, the 3 daily success habits? Use the products, share the opportunity, share the products. Are you doing that? It's been mentioned how important people are. TTP. Are you talking to people and adding to your names list? And of course, this horrible P, the procrastination. No more, I sound like a teacher, but no more procrastination. Procrastination is a thief of time. It will steal your future. Don't procrastinate. The next P is power. Action gives you power. Jenny Potter, where are you? Just do it. Go ahead, do the business. No more procrastination. Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks,
The
Jenny.
end.
Thanks, Jenny. And I know I'm an expert procrastinator, but if you don't do it and you don't do it now, you're probably not going to do it. So you just have to do it right now because time waits for nobody. Right. Now, as we said, we've got some of the best products in the world, both cleaning, well, I shouldn't say both because it includes a lot of things. We've got cleaning products, we've got nutrition products, we've got skincare products, and we've got personal care products. So why is it important that we only use our own products? Mandy, can you explain why it's important that you only use your own products? Take it away.
Can I share my screen, please, Sean?
Yes, you can. Oops. I don't need to share my screen. You need to share your screen. Go for it.
Thank you. Neolife in our home. Neolife has some very good products. You've got the nutritional range, your skincare range, your home care range, and your personal care range. And then they've even added something for your garden. Why I only buy Neolife products? There's purity, potency, and proof. It's all about science. Neolife has their own scientific advisory board, so we know we're getting the best quality products that we could ever wish to have. Let me just move this. When they talk about quality, all our products are based in nature and backed by science. And as we know, we use products that are green. When it first started out, the greenness was quite a new thing, but nowadays it's a fashionable thing. And Neolife was green long before anybody else woke up. The products protect our ecosystem. Super 10 alone prevents an estimated 700 million bottles from being dumped into landfills. LDC has saved 20,000 penguins. When the penguins were oil-soaked in Cape Town, they cleaned 25,000 birds. And they continue using this when they've had problems with oil spills along the South African coast. They also use LDC and Super 10 in a home for butterflies, where they breed butterflies, and the products are powerful enough to protect against bacteria and parasites, but it is gentle enough not to harm the delicate young butterflies. So we can be very proud of these products. Neolife is, as far as I'm concerned, the only company that is able to fully be traceable from the farm to the table, which is a real feather in the company's cap. They have meticulous quality control. The purity and verification, socially responsible manufacturing, and beyond organic farming. The finest whole food source of nutrition since 1958. This is our nutritional range, and as you can see, it is quite a large range. So with the result, it covers all our different needs in life. It's easier to feel happy when you are healthy. We have a skincare range, which is nutrients, and it just goes to show to take care of your skin is more important than covering it up. And God gave us beautiful skin, so why plaster makeup all over it? Rather let our true beauty shine through. This is the range for the skincare. It allows us to cleanse and detoxify, balance and invigorate, activate and nourish, and then rejuvenate and control the signs of aging. And we must remember we all have skin, men and women, and there's nothing sissy about a man keeping his skin looking good. For a cleaner home and a cleaner planet, the products are eco-friendly, versatile, and economical. So go clean, go green, and go golden. The products are also very economical. Just for instance, the LDC, you can, out of one bottle of LDC, you can fill a golden mixing bottle 11 times. And then with Super 10, 1 liter of Super 10 allows you to refill your spray bottle 22 times. There's no other product on the market that allows you to have such value for money. Then we have the Golden Super Grow, which if used makes water wetter and you get really good value for money. I've used it on chili bushes, and the amount of chilies we had on the bushes was huge. You couldn't believe that it just kept giving and giving. So with Neolife, we can unlock a world of possibilities. Become a better you. Use the products and save money. And by being a distributor, this will really happen for you. Share the opportunity and the products. This is the way you build your business and earn a residual income. Self-development. Become self-confident, motivated, and make a better life for your family and generations to come. And as you can see, I am still working on the self-confidence. Thank you very much.
Well done, Mandy. Your self-confidence is working very well. Just need to stop your share. Yeah, we will carry on. There we go. Well done. Excellent. And yes, why buy other products when you can buy from yourself? You don't see the owner of one chain store buying products from another chain store. He's going to buy from his own store because he's going to get them a discount. I'm sure they all get staff discount. So it doesn't make any sense to buy good products, your nutrition supplements, your cleaning, your personal care from another company when we've got the best ones around and we get them at discount. And that is exactly why I started in this business, was because I wanted the cleaning products in my home because I knew they were non-toxic. So when my kids were small, I didn't want them to come into contact with any poisons. And well, the eldest is now 25, the youngest is 13. They're still alive and doing well. Okay. This is a business which we do need to take seriously. Yes, it's a fun business, but we do need to take it seriously. And we're learning and we're developing all the time. So we're going to learn from one of the best to tell us why attitude and mindset is so important when doing this business. Ansi, take it away. Please unmute yourself first. You're muted.
Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you. Try the other one. There we go.
There you are.
Perfect.
Thank you very much. Sorry for the hiccup, my friends. And Linda, thank you very much for trusting me to talk on attitude and mindset. You know, I love learning, and that is one of our values. Keep on learning, lifetime learning, and that is me. And they say that's good. It will help also with prevent or extend Alzheimer's. Okay, let me go to the point. Attitude and mindset. Attitude is an outlook, and a mindset is what we think. Now, nobody of us is perfect, even if we try to be perfect. There was occasions in each and everyone's life that the attitude was not of the best. It was a bit of a stinky one, but what we got from that is rejection, feeling lonely and feel disgraced, and then you think, oh, no, you have to work on that. So it's important that we're always aware about our attitude. The attitude is the way you feel and the way you think about something or someone. A positive attitude is good. So to make changes, all of a sudden it can give you a negative attitude, but for your own sake, positive attitude. Now, there's 3 different types of attitude: cognitive, emotional, and behavior. Okay, cognitive is a learning, understanding things. Emotional is how we feel: unhappy, sad, afraid, lonely. Actually, your heart races, you feel excited. You've got one day, I won't mention the situation, but I was so cross. My heart really was on like the 1st July horse race. I couldn't believe it. And afterwards, I thought by myself, you know what? I feel like this, disappointed, how that person reacted. Then I realized, calm down, it's not you. That person, he had the cheek. He was in the wrong. So he was giving me the hell just so that he can feel better. And the other one is emotional. The emotions, how we feel. Do we feel happy, sad, afraid, lonely? Yeah, that's what I mentioned. Sorry. And the third one is behavior. That is your emotions and behavioral problems, which is, in other words, your moral, social, and ethnic. Now, all of these attitudes have an interaction with how you feel, how you associate with people, your home environment, your work environment, and your social environment. You are what you think you are. And as they said, all of these can affect your mindset. As the previous speakers mentioned, that the 5 people you associate with on a daily basis will have an effect on your mindset. But thank God that with New Life and the Eagle team, with the support, we interact with positive people. To improve that, we have to develop ourselves, personal development. And by doing that is to be honest with yourself, look reality in the eye. Everybody makes mistakes, but as my friend said to her little daughter while she was a bit off, she said, no, excuse me, I'm Afrikaans. I've never heard that. And I thought, oh, how can you say that to your daughter? She said, put on your big panties. And I thought the first time that I heard that, but anyway, apparently they do say that. So we don't have to put on our big panties. We just have to listen to videos and books and interact with positive people. We as a family, and we must help each other. And I think we must just take vrijwilligheid, just to help each other out. I can't say to Peter who's on the meeting, no, that was terrible, you can't do that. Or put it on a group, you know what, you didn't behave good. Rather, face to face or WhatsApp him. That is the best.
Oops. And so you froze and we can't hear you. Nope, no sound. Sorry, Ansi, your Mac died. Whichever device you're using, it's no more. Nope, it's frozen. You're still muted. No. Okay. Thanks, Ansi. Unfortunately, we lost your sound over there at the end. But yes, you are correct. You did a brilliant session over there because your attitude, if your attitude is wrong, you will never get anywhere in life. And that goes for the business as well as life in general. If your attitude is not correct, you will not get very far. In flying terms, attitude is the nose of the aircraft. And if the nose is up or the attitude is up, the aircraft rises. If the attitude is down, the aircraft sinks. And we, being eagles, need to be rising, not falling. So thanks very much. And now we're going to wrap up this ADT. But before we do that, we're going to have Debbie, her favorite session of the whole ADT, and I think she looks forward to this every month, and that is recognition. Because as we said before, this is a business where we are by ourselves, it's our own business, but we're not by ourselves. And we like to encourage each other every step of the way. So Debbie, take it away.
Hi, everybody. So nice to have you all on. It's fantastic. I don't know, with load shedding, it's getting a bit difficult having everybody on at the same time. But I know that people come in and listen afterwards or later. So welcome to everyone, whether you're on live chat or not. Yeah, recognition is something that I find is very important, especially in this business. It's a people's business. So we need to recognize people for everything they do. In the workplace, I think the most workplace anyway, the only time you ever get recognized is if you do something wrong, especially by the main guy that's running the whole show. He only wants to see you. He doesn't hardly even knows your name. And if you do something wrong, then he soon gets to know you. Otherwise, that's it. Maybe, I don't know, you're just a number. And in this business, it's not like that at all. Every single person is special to the person who brought you into the business, and they're not there to do the business for you. They are there to be with you, to hold hands with you, and to go through with it with you. I'm not going to go too much into recognition, mainly to recognize there's just a few people, and I think on this chat, Linda Foster is Emerald Director again. Well done, Linda. Fantastic. And then we've got, I don't know who else is on. So it was 500 Club. We've got Linda with her 100 Rand, and therefore with 500 Club, it's fantastic because the upline director gives 100 Rand, and you put in 100 Rand, and you can save. You must try and save that money. Sometimes it's difficult and you might draw it out, but then try and put it back because one day you're going to need it. And it's been proven over and over again. Yeah, it's difficult to see everybody, so I don't know. But 500 Club also, I think the only one that actually will probably watch this tomorrow or later is Dominique. She got 500 Club. So well done, Dom. Fantastic. Yeah. So I think that's about all the recognition there is. We've got our directors. I'm so happy to have Jenny and Sean on. And Jenny and Sean, and I'm going to be putting my sharp shoes on because Charlie is putting his sharp shoes on. And John and I are feeling quite hot at the moment. Yeah, so I'm afraid that that's the end of recognition because I can't see a lot of people on here, so I'm not going to prolong it. But so I'll go straight on to the close, Sean, to thank Linda for organizing the ADT today. Well done, Linda. Your topics were fantastic as usual. Fantastic. Well done. And Sean for being our MC. Always a great MC. And everybody had a talk. Isn't that wonderful? I think that's fantastic. Well done, guys. Fantastic. Okay. For my close, I was just thinking last night, what am I going to share with these people? And I'll tell you a story. Once, long ago, there was a man. He was just a man being brought up in a home probably like we have been, and having a family, community, and what have you. Anyway, one day he left home and he was walking along the beach and he saw a whole lot of fishermen. And he said, "Follow me." That's all he said. "Follow me. Follow me." They left what they were doing and they followed him. Eventually had 12 people following him closely, hand in hand, arm in arm. And they just watched what he did. Whatever he did, they followed him. They learned from him. They did what he did. And from that 12 people plus himself, 3,000 years later, there are millions and millions and millions of followers. So what I want to say to people today is be a good leader. Show the way. You don't have to do it for them. Just show the way They will follow. You don't have to keep even looking back to see if they are following. Just be arm in arm with your fellow people that are close to you and just push forward. And before you know it, you're going to have enormous, enormous businesses all across the world. And I know you can do it. We all know you can do it. Charlie knows you can do it. John and I know you can do it. And I'm sure by now you know you can do it. And after the talks, don't procrastinate. Just do it. Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, Debbie. Yeah, I think we all need that proverbial kick in the butt from time to time, because that's the other downside of being in a business of your own, is that it's what is easy to do is too easy not to do. And we need to make sure that life does not get on top of us and overtake us. So we have our challenge for March, everybody. We need a good few more people on this session next month. This has been a small but good ADT. Let's see if we can get double digits next month. Let's aim to get about 15 people. And of those, I'd like to see at least 1/3 of them being guests. How's that for a challenge?
Fantastic. Right. Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Linda. Let's go out, share the business, share the products,
everyone,
and have a great month. We'll send out the recording.